Namaste, angels. I'm here to do the daily reading for Friday, perhaps into the weekend, covering the weekend, that weekend away, and all that kind of stuff. Um, April 21st. And I'm going to go straight to the significant events, but I am thinking it's an 8, so it can be about abundance. It can be Venus shining that direct love on us with the Piscean energy. Certainly be that unleashing all that her inner Taurian on us, and that the money vibe. Um, can also be build destroy though, because I did think about build destroy as I sat down here, and I said, yep, it is an 8. So maybe that's coming into play. And the last time I was like reminded before I did the reading that it was build destroy, um, was when I also went into on a separate subject, but the same day talking about how God wasn't very happy with London, or very happy with England rather. And then sure enough, there was an explosion on that 8 day that build destroy. And that's not what build destroy means. It doesn't mean literally like destroy stuff like a tower, but that was the way that the energy of the number 8 was coming through to me that day. What it really means, what build destroy really means, is similar to what Jesus said in the Bible. Whereas if you're not for us, you're against us. It's if you're not building and helping to create, um, you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. It's basically what it means. All right, so anyway, significant events in the year 753 BC. Romulus and Remus found Rome. That's the traditional date. 1526, battle at Panipat. The Mongol Emperor Babur beats Sultan Ibrahim Lodi, and it's the rise of the Mughal Empire. 1792, Brazilian revolutionary Tiradentes is hanged, drawn, and quartered in Rio de Janeiro. 1863, which is 99 or 9, Baha'u'llah, founder of the Baha'i faith, enters gardens of Rivden near Baghdad and makes a declaration of Allahu Allah during 12 days spent there. 1918, World War I. German fighter ace Baron Manfred von Richthofen, or the Red Baron, is shot down and killed over Vaux-sur-Somme in France. Canadian pilot Arthur Roy Brown is credited with the kill. 1989, thousands of Chinese crowd into Beijing's Tiananmen Square, cheering students demanding for greater political freedom. Look at the word freedom coming up. I saw a lot of that too with the cards that I was shuffling by myself. Elvis Presley's #1 hit record, Heartbreak Hotel, becomes #1 on April 21st in 1956. Famous birthdays: Charlotte Bronte, John Muir, Elizabeth II, Bob Cleary, Iggy Pop, and Robert Smith. Famous weddings: 1920, future UK Prime Minister Harold Macmillan, who was 26, weds daughter of the 9th Duke of Devonshire, Dorothy Evelyn Cavendish, who was 19, at St. Margaret's, Westminster. 1993, Rolling Stone Bill Wyman weds Suzanne Acosta on the French Riviera. 2006, professional drag racer Andrew Hines, 22, master number 22 or 1111, weds Tanya Phillips at the First Baptist Church in Tampa, Florida. 2007, Bolivian model Carla Marone weds architect Pedro Gantier at La Iglesia San Francisco de Santa Cruz. 2007, pop singer sensation Anastasia, 38, weds her bodyguard Wayne Newton at the Quinta Real Huatuco and Huatuco, Mexico. Famous deaths: Mark Twain, the Red Baron, John Maynard Keynes, and Prince Rogers Nelson. There's my 1221 again. Prince Rogers Nelson was American and a singer. Prince was a major figure in popular music for over 3 decades. The singer-songwriter was known for his eclectic work, flamboyant stage presence, and wide vocal range. Prince sold over 100 million records worldwide and has won 7 Grammy Awards, a Golden Globe, and an Academy Award. Prince was born on June 7th, so 13, in 1958, which is almost a 13, it's a 14, and was a Gemini from Minneapolis, Minnesota, United States. He died on April 21st in 2016 at the age of 57 of a drug overdose. Maybe I should say alleged. It says of a drug overdose, but I'm sticking alleged in there. Because Prince didn't do, he was a vegetarian. He was not a vegetarian. He was a vegan. He didn't like putting stuff in his body that was foreign. He didn't drink. So it's very odd. Even though it was supposed to be painkillers, which, anybody can end up on those. I don't buy it. All right. So anyway, John Maynard Keynes was English and an economist, one of the most influential economists of the 20th century and the founder of modern macroeconomics. His ideas formed the basis for the school of thought known as Keynesian economics, which became the post-war orthodoxy throughout the Western world. He was born on June 5th as well in 1883, or 9/11, which is 11, and 6/5 is also 11, by the way, June 5th. He was a Gemini from Cambridge, England, United Kingdom. He died on April 21st in 1946, which is 47, really, and 11, and he was 62 at the time. He died of a heart attack. The Red Baron was really named Manfred von Richthofen, and he was German. I'm sorry, Richthofen. My screen jumped and I missed the letter, the F at the end. He was German and a World War I fighting ace. He's famous for that reason. He's credited with 80 air combat kills. Richthofen was considered the top fighter and ace of the war. He is widely respected by his enemies and regarded as a national hero in Germany as of 1918. His history has recorded him as the Red Baron and as one of the top fighter pilots of all time, and thus he has become the subject of various books, songs, and films. He was born on May 2nd in 1892, which is also 9/11 or 11, and was a Taurus from Wrocław, Poland, German Empire. He died on April 21st in 1918 at the age of only 25. He was killed in action when his plane was shot down. Mark Twain, whose real name was Samuel Clemens, was American and an author. He's an American author and a humorist, best known for The Adventures of Tom Sawyer in 1876, which is 13/04 or 11/11, and its sequel, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, in 1885, which is also 13/04 or 11/11, and the later often called the latter, I think is what they meant, was often called the Great American Novel, quote unquote. He was born on November 30th in 1835. That makes him a Sagittarius from Florida, Missouri, USA. He died on April 21st in 1910, which is 11, at the age of 74, which is 11, of a heart attack. Going up to the birthdays, Robert Smith is 57 years old. He's English and a musician, the lead singer, guitar player, lyricist, and principal songwriter of rock band The Cure. He was born on April 21st in 1959 and is 57 years old, a Taurus from Blackpool, United Kingdom. Iggy Pop is really named James Osterberg, and he's American and a rocker. He's famous for the Stooges. He's their vocalist. He was born on April 21st in 1947 and is 70 years old, a Taurus from Muskegon, Michigan, USA. Bob Cleary is 80 years old. He was a hockey player, an ice hockey player in his day, a member of the American 1960 Winter Olympics team that won the gold medal. He was inducted into the United States Hockey Hall of Fame in 1981. He was born on April 21st in 1936 and is 80 years old, a Taurus from Cambridge, Massachusetts, USA. Elizabeth II is British and the Queen of the United Kingdom. She's famous because she's the constitutional monarch of 16 sovereign states and head of the Commonwealth of Nations. Queen Elizabeth is also head of the Church of England, the eldest daughter of George VI. She ascended the British throne in 1952 and in 2015 became the longest reigning British monarch ever. She was born on April 21st in 1926 and is 90 years old, a Taurus from London, England, United Kingdom. John Muir was Scottish and an environmental philosopher. He is the founder of the Sierra Club, a prominent American conservation organization. His activism helped to preserve the Yosemite Valley, Sequoia National Park, and other wilderness areas. He was born on April 21st in 1838, or 9/11, which is 11, and was a Taurus from Dunbar, Scotland. He died on December 24th in 1914 at the age of 76, or 13, or 4, 11/11 of pneumonia. And lastly, Charlotte Bronte was also English and a novelist. Charlotte Bronte's novels have become the classics of English literature. Her first works, including her best-known novel, Jane Eyre, were published under the pen name Cura Belle, sister of Emily Bronte. She was born on April 21st in 1816 and was a Taurus from Thornton, West Yorkshire, England. She died on March 31st in 1855, which is 11, at the age of 38, which is 11. And with that, dice. We're going to start with massage, which is nice for a Friday or a weekend or any time, really. Well, who am I kidding? It's 50-50. And spend money. Spirit says forget it. Stay in bed. And eat cake. Going to the Angel Tarot, beginning with the Earth, Eight of Earth, rather, speaking of Taurians. And happy birthday, Tauruses. Skilled work is rewarded. Learning all there is to know about a topic, and maybe even going back to school. This is like the big payback, or the payoff. Opening two, an even bigger payoff. It's the Ace of Earth. The inflow of abundance, a promising business venture, important documents or contracts. Ace of Earth back. The Ace of Earth can be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. I just opened it opposite the Four of Air and didn't say anything. Four of Air is all about rest, recovery, replenishment of one's, energies, taking a chill pill, maybe doing some meditation, thinking about things, but not overthinking like an air sign. Instead, going more into a, I'll meditate and it'll come to me type of mindset. Ace of Earth back. Opening to the Sun with Archangel Uriel. Happy outcome. Brilliant new ideas that lead to success. Have confidence in yourself. This is all about fire signs, right? Leo is ruled by the Earth's star, the Sun. And this card in the tarot is said to represent the sign of Sagittarius. Can also represent Aries, all three fire signs. Ace of Earth back, and one more. Speaking of fire, it's the Two of Fire. You've come into your own. New partnerships or contracts continue to move forward. Maybe this is yesterday's 29. Humanitarian partnerships. And an Ace of Earth back. It can be about this too. A new beginning, maybe in business, maybe in love, maybe in both. Two lovers starting a new business, or, supporting one another in their projects and work. Wow. Coming to the Star with Archangel Jophiel. Happy times. Make positive, optimistic, long-term plans. You're on the right path. And the Star, representing the sign of Aquarius, but can also be Gemini or Libra, is of the air signs, because they're all about communication, all three of them. Probably showing up here because of Mercury retrograde. Maybe that's why the Ace of Earth was here too, either the Taurus energy, or it could be here because of Virgo, ruled by Mercury. But Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, which entered its shadow the same day that Venus went direct. Um, and that was Holy Saturday, a day full of all kinds of energy. So I would say that those two things are why. And maybe that's why the star is showing up here. Because I haven't mentioned Uranus. That's not fair. Anyway, the overall energy for us is the two of air. So somebody's got a decision to make. And right now, they may be unable or unwilling to make that decision and feeling like they've reached a stalemate. They could even be pretending there's no problem. Masculine and very nice. It's the six of earth. Gifts of money, time, or effort. New career opportunities and receiving a loan or paying off debts. This is all about equity and love and equality and justice and fairness and diplomacy and, being able to give and receive all kinds of abundance, love in all forms, all of that stuff. It's a really wonderful energy that comes from the six of earth. And it represents for me the signs of Taurus, both Taurus and Libra, which are both ruled by Venus. Surrounded by the dreamer or the fool in the tarot with Archangel Metatron. A leap of faith, follow your dreams. That leads to unexpected opportunities. This card in this deck for me very much represents the planet Mercury. And I bet that's why it's here. All about taking a new stop, a new path, maybe it has something to do with the choice. And when I pick it up, guess what's underneath it? The Knight of Air, who likes to run at his choices. He doesn't like to walk. He likes to take off down the new path. So if it's him, he's on his way. And underneath that is the Six of Air. Things are looking up. It's the end of a difficult situation. Maybe taking a trip. It is upside down, but it's like an energy that's near. And also behind it in the same direction is the Ace of Air. So all of this, like maybe running toward not only a new beginning, but calmer, stiller waters, victory, truth. Truth, power, refinement. Maybe this is betterment of oneself too, not just better days and better times, better you also. And like, again, not walking, but running toward that kind of energy to become this, what you know you're truly meant to be. The King of Fire, who's motivational, idealistic, ambitious, and charismatic. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Wow, I could go on like this for days during the reading. What jumped out when I picked up that card and jumped away and onto the floor was 11, strength, with Archangel Ariel representing the sign of Leo or other, that King of Fire could very well be, or other fire sign, maybe Aries, Sagittarius. Great inner strength, released harsh judgments, forgiveness, and compassion are also necessary when you see this card or available to you. And behind that, the Six of Water, memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, and romanticizing the past. I don't think it's an issue regarding children if it has anything to do with children. I think it's a decision, it's it's a new path. It's a new opportunity for somebody, and it's a positive one. I don't see anything negative about it, whether it involves children or not. And underneath it is also, it's just awesomeness after awesomeness. Again, I could keep doing the reading all day like this. I won't. I'm going to stop. But it's the Knight of Water now. Emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, and contemplative is the Knight of Water. Okay, he's also a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, falling in love, or wedding proposals even, and the need to balance emotions. Maybe even an invitation to a social event coming with this card. And behind him, the Knight of Earth. So like I said, it just keeps going. And all of these things could have to do with the decision that has to be made here. Maybe for some, the decision is a yes or no to a proposal. Am I taking that new path? Or maybe a yes or no as to, do I propose? Am I really ready to give and receive love equally forever? Am I ready to stand before a justice maybe of the peace, and do my thing? All of that could be coming with that, especially with 6 representing love again, and equality, and justice and fairness. In the masculine subconscious, however, it's the 10 of fire. Too much work. Accept help from others. Life is out of balance, and that leads to stress-related health concerns. So still this darker or more shadow aspect of the fire energy lingering around the masculine too. Something that he needs to let go. And the feminine's got her own something. It's not all that wonderful by her energy going on too. This is the 5 of water, and to me it's the old woe is me card. It's like, doesn't matter how many awesome things, how many roses keep popping up, or I'm still going to wonder why a dandelion grew as well. I want all roses. It's like, yeah, oh woe is me. I'm not satisfied. Or maybe like Prince said, to speak of Prince and his birthday, maybe I'm just like my mother. She's never satisfied. You know, that's what this card says to me. Things not turning out the way you'd hoped, not seeing the positive in a situation, crying over spilled milk. Surrounded by the Chariot with Archangel Metatron, an important achievement, self-discipline and willpower and public recognition. This can be about all those things: self-discipline, recognition, achievement, victory. Can also be about movement, moving, travel, especially opposite the dreamer. And again, Metatron on Metatron and Mercury for me. Mercury and Mercury retrograde certainly rule travel too. Maybe somebody's going on a trip, weekend away. Can also be about the modes of transportation that they're taking. Um, Maybe somebody's not. Maybe somebody got a new car and they're not happy with the. They. It's like, okay, I got a car, but it's not a Lamborghini. You know what I mean? It's like never satisfied. I don't know. Not happy with your new beginnings, and not happy with your blessings. Maybe even coveting somebody else's. Who knows? Here at the subconscious, however, for the feminine, it's the 10 of water, a contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met, and you have trustworthy relationships. So, again, another reason to be thankful. Crowning, it's the moon with Archangel Haniel. Important psychic insights, events behind the scenes. Release fears that hold you back. This can also be another indication of something going on having to do with children, because the cups or water cards in the tarot pretty much always can for, among tarot practitioners. For me, it's more so specifically the ace, the 6, which I just saw when I was going through these cards here. And the 10. So there could be something going on with somebody's child or children. But again, or issue with children. Maybe the decision is whether or not to have, some children together, or to go forward, continue with a pregnancy, or all that kind of thing. And maybe again, that's toward what the masculine is running, or in this case, the Knight of Air is running. At the root, it's the 8 of Air. An illusion of being trapped and a lack of self-confidence. Being afraid to take action, being afraid to be like that Knight of Air and take off running and down a new path. This is, I'm stuck, I can't. Maybe it's this fire energy in the case of the masculine that's holding you back. And maybe for you, you're blaming children. Like, I would move forward with you, but I got these kids. I'm stuck here with this guy, or this girl, or my mom, whatever the situation is. Okay. At the heart of the matter, however, it's the 2 of fire. So this is what decision really is about. When you get down to, the heart of it, this partnership, we can victoriously claim it. We're in the driver's seat. We could head right toward it. We could, full of faith and, reckless abandon, jump at it. Or we can be stuck and not move and be still. Maybe again, because we want more information than the universe has been willing to provide to us. before we do it. We don't want to exercise faith necessarily. We don't want to be responsible completely and wholly by ourselves. We want something to blame. We want an excuse in case things don't work out as much as we wanted them to, or the way exactly you wanted them to. We want to be able to say, well, it was the fault of that. It wasn't me. So rather than move forward, maybe I'll just stay here and say I'm stuck. And maybe even build a prison around myself so I can look stuck to you too, and you'll believe me. Guess what? The next card is upright. I'm going to see what it is. To clarify this Eight of Air some more for some of us, maybe the majority. It's the Queen of Earth, who's thoughtful, creative, warm, and sensible. Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach and deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. For some, this can actually be a person to whom they feel tied, a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. For others, this is about money. I'm bound to money. I don't have enough money. I can't move forward without money. Life is all about money. I'm all about money. We can't do anything ever without money or the material, which is a dangerous place to be. That is a prison. That's a dangerous place to be. The next card is upside down, so I'm going to go to the romance cards. I see where this is going, though, because we're beginning with free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. And I'm opening to the honeymoon card again. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. I can't tell you, as I was shuffling with myself, how many times back and forth, free yourself, calling in your soulmate, reconciliation, free yourself, calling in your soulmate, reconciliation, free yourself, calling in your soulmate, reconciliation, over and over and over again. So certainly that was an outlier for me, that I'll share with you, because I bet you're going to see it too. Free yourself is back. It's time to take back control of your life. It's time for you to get back into the driver's seat. Like this. And so you can move toward things like this. This situation involves marriage. This could very easily be a marriage here at the heart of the matter. Having seen the Knight of Water, again, who is a proposer, with the overall energy of the Two of Air, which is about a decision, yes or no. What are we going to do? And then here, speaking of twos and faith, it's the Two of Fire. All about partnership, faith, humanitarianism, following one's dream, life purpose, mission, and love, passionate love. New beginning toward this, driving straight toward this, or no. That's a decision. Free yourself for a wedding. Free yourself of a past wedding, a past marriage or commitment. Those are two decisions too. Free yourself from whatever it is to which you feel bound. Could be money, some sort of material things, so that you can, be liberated and run toward this. Or free yourself of a previous this. So you, for the sake of being free. Wedding is back. I'm going to cut. Here come the children. Your love life is being affected by children. For some, this can be about a decision to join families. My children, your children. Masculine has to think about it. You got to think about it. For some, one side or the other may not have any children. He wants me to go. He wants me to drive to him. He's waiting there for me. He's in, dreamland, fantasy land, thinking about the two of us. But this is hard for me. I don't have any kids. He does. I don't know if I can be stepmom of the year, if I'm ready for this family. Oh, woe is me. Because I want, dad. I'm not sure if I want, you know what I'm saying? Or vice versa, How do I walk into this existing family and be these children's father? Do they need me to be their father? Maybe they have a father already, or father figures. Or maybe they're grown, for some of us, our kids are grown. Then what do I be? A friend? a member of the family, you. How about that? How about being you in whatever case, So, yeah, children. And in some, it's just there's a decision of coming together and eventually, not necessarily tomorrow, having children together, building families. Are we ready for that? Are we ready for this equal coming together, this 50-50? We even have one of the dice that said it's 50-50. Are we ready for this 50-50 partnership where we co-create this tremendous love and this beautiful new family together? Decisions, people. Okay, children. And opening 2, unrequited love. Imbalance in some cases, and some, this is the other person. This is the ex, There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. This could very easily be your children's other parent. The relationship that's done, and that's from which you need to free yourself. Children back. I'm going to cut. Retreat. Maybe the two of you need to go on that weekend away and think about it together. Talk about it together. A lot of times we'll do all the thinking ourselves and talking to ourselves, or I'm sure the masculine does that too, especially when he does that, when he does his solo retreat. We go into quote unquote separation, whether it's, a day or hours or months or whatever. It's as if he has to carry the burden, the wands, all by himself. He doesn't want to share it with us and help us, help him, allow us to help him, in partnership as part of this 50-50 team to come up with a solution. He feels like he has to do it himself. Maybe, to those who are able and willing and interested, maybe you go on the retreat together and figure out solutions here, the decision here, what you're going to do together. It's time to disconnect from the world. And the overall energy is attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. This is what you reap, what you sow, you get what you give. It's time for the reward that we started with, the 8 of Earth. Hard work is rewarded. You put effort in, it pays off. And now's when all that's happening. I'm really feeling that the build destroy is about, like, if you're not part of the problem, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Like, about building together, creating together, co-creating as a partnership. Like, are we on the same team? We're on the same team, or we're not. We're in this together, or we're not in it at all. That type of thing. I think that's what the 8 and the build destroy is about for this day. Here, topping the 6 of Earth, makes a lot of sense, it is safe for you to love. So again, this card being about giving and receiving and being able to do both, including all the forms of love. A lot of us, we want to give love. We're not as easy, or we don't do as well in receiving it. And sometimes we like to use that as an excuse. We like to place blame there. Like, I was giving, and they didn't give me anything. Well, like, you didn't let them. We close ourselves off to the receiving part. This card is saying here, in this 50-50, it's safe for you to be, one half of the equation. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Crossing the partnership, of course, topping the new beginning, the new path, the leap of faith with the dreamer or the fool. And topping that dreamer and fool I love this. Let go of control issues. Okay, instead of control issues and trying to plan everything out and do it your way, just jump. Just have faith in the universe. I talked the day before about how like arrogant it is of us to always be demanding of the universe and never want to give anything back to it. Never want to give that faith. That's all it asks of us. That's all God asks of us is the faith. So not much really, but we even in spite of that, we got these control issues. So guidance here to let go of those and just jump. Atop the 10 of fire. Wow. They really outdid themselves today. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Also, with this card, the day before, I was thinking of here, right away from this card, I felt all kinds of physical pain, physical ailment, where it says at least the stress-related concerns I was feeling, the hormone that's produced in the stomach, cortisol, can cause you to gain a lot of abdomen weight, actually, stomach weight, belly fat that's hard to get rid of. That can lead to heart attacks, particularly in women, and it was here. I was feeling all of that, and I said solar plexus and all this kind of stuff. Feeling that now for the masculine, and maybe in relation to Prince, that song, When Doves Cry. He says, touch, if you will, my stomach, right? Feel how it trembles inside. You've got the butterflies all tied up, right? They're in a prison. They're self-imprisoned. Don't make me chase you. Even doves have pride. And this part here about being afraid to love, like, it's a fear of abandonment and everything. Like, is it going to last? Is it going to work? How can you just leave me standing and alone in a world so cold? Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father, too bold, right? Who's his father? We're made in his image. Maybe I'm just like my mother, but she's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? Stress out. This is what it sounds like when doves cry. Could be. All of that coming. I think that's the message today, guys. Anyway, moving on to the 5 of water and the oh, woe is me. It's reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So it's like, even with this, with seeing the 2 cups in front of us, holding them, taking a sip from them, even exchanging drinks. And there's Raphael. Like, you take a sip of mine, I'll take a sip of yours, and all that kind of stuff. Even despite that, we're still kind of like not happy. There's something more we wanted, and we wanted the comeback to be more grand. It wasn't exactly how we would have had him do it. We wanted the Knight of Water. Where is he? We wanted him. We wanted the proposal. Instead, he gave us the invitation to a social event. And so some of us not happy. Don't do that. Atop the Chariot, and this movement forward, finally, after perhaps being stagnant, very soon, reconciliation, very soon, all of this stuff. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Atop the 10 of water and this happy family, you know how it gets to be this way? Engagement. Speak of the Knight of Water. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And my ring was falling off all day long, and I was thinking about, like, in the energy of engagement and all of this. Reconciliation, crowning, engagement at the root. Very soon at the heart for the feminine. Crowning, the union. Atop the moon. Okay, even though you don't know everything, you don't have to. Keep an open mind anyway. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Okay, may not have come back as you expected. As you would have come back. Were you him? Not to worry. Doesn't matter. At the root, here atop the Queen of Earth, who's all warm and thoughtful and loving and realistic, down to earth, is passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. She needs some of this fire, maybe, and she's really good to go, this Queen of Earth here. And at the heart of the matter, atop the 2 of fire, is playfulness. Spirit wanting you to take on the energy of Sagittarius, maybe. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Wow. I think this is a really awesome spread. And I don't have to do anything else but give us some advice. The angel therapy cards, Archangel Michael wants to begin with cut your cords. Okay, so this is to anything negative and to the old relationships. Any negative attachments and or emotions connected to anyone, any place, and anywhere, anything, anyhow, cut it. Ask Archangel Michael to clear any old attachments to fear that stem from past relationships, freeing you from destructive patterns. Opening 2, solar plexus chakra. Touch, if you will, my stomach. See how it trembles inside. It's safe for you to be powerful and to take charge of your life in positive ways, like the Chariot. It's safe for you to grab the reins. It's safe for you to cut, the purse strings and the handcuffs that, you've allowed people to put on you, all that kind of stuff too. And opening to crown chakra. Pay attention to your ideas as they are messages of true divine guidance sent in answer to your prayers. And I'll go one more. Oh, well, maybe I'll go 2 more. They both want to be seen. The first was Goddess. Express your divine feminine energy, embracing its magical intuition and nurturing qualities. That's about surrender. Okay, what's behind this here? Wow. The answer to your question involves a spiritually based romantic relationship. Voila. And the law of attraction. Relationships and activities that you once enjoyed, okay, maybe like the ex and all this kind of stuff, or the old job, the old place you lived, whatever it is. You don't really click with those anymore. They're now changing as you become more sensitive and aware of energies around you. Goddess. I'm going to cut. Workshops and seminars. Attending and giving speeches is part of your spiritual path and purpose. Be open to teaching and learning. So whether you actually attend, or give speeches, I think this is the important part. Be open to teaching and learning. It's the same as giving and receiving. Right? It's all about the give and take. The overall energy is Archangel Raphael. The healing angel is with you, supporting your healing work. We know because he just came through here to say hi to us. And lastly, the Ascended Masters, beginning with Pan and fertility. And I had this opposite freedom so many times. And I'm like, maybe this is about sexual liberation for some, or how sex is liberating and freeing. And maybe some of us need to have some. Opening 2. Open your heart to love, says Jesus. Fertility and Pan is back. And now teacher, all about the teaching and learning that we have to be open to. The give and take, the giving and receiving. And stay focused, says Kathumi. There goes my ring again. I feel it trying to flip. I was going to try to make myself a ring guard with some aluminum foil. I know this sounds super ghetto, I know, but I was desperate. I was like, I don't want to lose my ring. Stay focused. And clear and shield your energy with El Moria. Stay focused is back. I'm going to cut. choose peace is what we need to do. And I think that this is really special with Jesus having been the first card to turn up, and how he was the Prince of Peace, marching in always on a donkey, especially even on his last ride into Jerusalem, was on a donkey. It said, I come in peace. And now being in this portion of, we're out of the Lenten season, but the Easter season until the Ascension, I think this is the overlying energy for at least the next 40 days. Again, we are made in his image. So he's choosing peace, we choose peace. And detach from drama. Okay, that's a clear indication of the fact that we're choosing peace. We don't want any more part of this, says Pallas Athena. Okay, further from the Ascended Masters to the masculine. Father, husband, brother, son, and Osiris. We are made in his image. Maybe I'm just like my father. Or maybe I'm, too bold. The boldest. Maybe. This can be about a masculine energy in your life with whom you need to heal a relationship or something. And this could be you. Could be your inner masculine, whether you are the feminine or a female, or the masculine and a male. This could be you. Or it could be somebody else in your life. Maybe your father. Maybe your husband. Maybe your brother. Maybe your son. Or, someone else that you hold in some sort of regard, that it's important for you to heal the relationship, whether that means to repair it or walk away from it, like you need to in order to get on with your life. For others, this is coming too. It is about connecting with, the higher self and, God. It is about connecting with the Father. However you go about doing that, the universe. How you like that? It's the divine couple of all time. Isis says, balance career and home life. Okay, so all work and no play makes Jill a dull girl. Speaking of Prince being a vegetarian, and then saying, nope, scratch that, he was a vegan, is vegetarian, scratch that, vegan. Fresh organic fruits and vegetables give you a boost of high life force energy, which elevates your spiritual frequency. This may be one of the ways that you get in touch with your higher self and or with Father masculine. This is guidance from the angels to change your diet. Even if you are in shape, you look good. They want to be able to meet you on a higher plane. And a way to do that, or the way to maintain your vibration or increase your vibration. I heard Bobby Smurder earlier, by the way. I heard Hot Boys. Or, hot niggas. That's a clear indication of ascension to me. It's a clear message from God that there's a major ascension shift going on. And right after it went off, guess what came on? 0 to 100 real quick. Like we're shooting up. Some of us who were like asleep, we're getting abruptly woken up, maybe, or is what I feel actually. So a way to help yourself with that and to maintain your vibration when you have it is organic food, healthy food, clean eating as possible. I mean, it's a difficult thing in some respects because, we're surrounded by junk and people who want to poison us, and even in our air, there's funky stuff, chemtrails and this and that. But, where we can, make the effort. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take, and not doing so can lead to health concerns. Feminine, to you from the Angel Therapy cards, it's heart chakra. It's more Archangel Raphael. He's here, and now he's here. The answer that you seek is in your heart right now. Stop being so melancholy. Be open to giving and receiving love. And isn't it something how this 5 of water, where we're maybe not so open, is opposite the masculine's 6 of earth, which is all about that giving and receiving love. Okay, be open to dropping this, yeah, melancholy energy. And picking up this one, says Archangel Raphael. Twice over. From the angels, masculine. The three of fire, abundance. So where you were worried about finances here, and the Queen of Earth came through to say you're not bound to being broke. You're not bound to lack. You know, you're made in your Father's image, and He's abundant. He's the master of all things. You too will be abundant. The three of fire. Things look very good. Have patience at this time, and just make some long-term plans. Act like you have it already, because you do, and then you'll actually see it in front of you. Feminine, it's the four of water. Missing an opportunity, discontentment, or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. This is about not, again, sinking into this thing of, that's not the offer I wanted, or, yeah, it's an offer, but, I thought it was going to be like a big offer. This is just like an offer. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's about showing appreciation. Remember the law of attraction, appreciation, and thanks for that which with we're blessed, and that's how we open the floodgates to more. And if he could do more, if she could do more, she would have already, but they're waiting for this abundance to move from here into their pocket so that they can. Masculine, romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Again, just jump. Don't try to control it, just jump. And lastly, feminine. This is what we're really, really worried about. I mean, it's very evident. But we don't have to. Again, just relax. And that's how it'll come. We reap what we sow. You've been putting out the effort. It's going to come to you. And that Jupiter retrograde that surrounds us, the Venus direct, which is all about, again, the finances and love. And then that Jupiter retrograde that also surrounds us, that comes to an end June 9th, is about karma. Jupiter is more so about karma than, quote unquote, luck. It's about fortune, because you've earned it, really. It's about, he checks off your list and says, this person's put in work. I'm about to shower them, make it rain. That's how that works. So again, if you keep putting out good stuff, good vibes, making the effort, being positive, that's what you're going to get, feminine. It's going to be a lot of this, your dreams coming true, maybe with regard to career. Again, some beautiful partnerships for you as well. I hope that you guys enjoyed the daily reading. Namaste, angels.